Great. Well, I just want to welcome everyone here this morning to the Local Conservation Fund, or the Kootenai Conservation Program Local Government Forum. I know that with all the opportunities that living in a mountain landscape present for us, there's also a number of challenges, and winter travel is certainly one of them. So we recognize road conditions were not perfect. We thank everyone for making the effort to be over here, and for those who had originally chosen to participate through virtual means, we have a connection this morning, so we welcome them from that end as well. My name is Derek Petersen. I'm an ecosystem scientist with Parks Canada, based out of Banff, Yell, and Kootenai National Parks. And I also have the pleasure of working in these Kootenays and living in the West Kootenay. So I can actually say I'm a full Kootenay resident and can enjoy all aspects of it. But I'm here more importantly as the chair of the Kootenai Conservation Program. And again, on behalf of the board members, and Chris Bosman, another board member, is here as well, we welcome you on behalf of the board and Kootenai Conservation Program. We'd like to acknowledge that where we gather today is the ancestral, traditional, and unceded territory of both the Tanaka and Sinix peoples, as well as the neighboring peoples who visit this land and the lake. They've been stewarding these lands long before we arrived, and so we just acknowledge that. Also, I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors for this event, the Real Estate Foundation of BC and Columbia Basin Trust, and to our other Kootenai Conservation Program sponsors, Habitat Conservation Trust Foundation, Environment Climate Change Canada, Fish and Wildlife Compensation Program, and a number of these partners have displays in the foyer area of today, so we encourage you to speak with some of their members. As well, Nature Trust of BC, Nature Conservancy of Canada, Parks Canada, and both the Regional District of the Central and East Kootenays for their support for us in delivering the local conservation funds. So we thank all of our sponsors. Without them, Kootenai Conservation Program wouldn't exist. Also want to acknowledge Wayne Stetsky, Member of Parliament for Kootenai Columbia. Welcome, Wayne. Made the torturous drive over from Cranbrook this morning. Wayne's probably the only person in this room that I can safely say has experience in all levels of government and in the Kootenai Conservation Program. People may not know that Wayne was, way back in the day, the program manager for the Kootenai Conservation Program. So Wayne certainly knows the conservation values from all aspects. So we appreciate Wayne being with us today, certainly. I personally want to acknowledge the Kootenai Conservation team that is really the engine that drives this program forward. Juliette Craig, our program manager, Nicole Trigg, who's with us today, handling all the IT end of things. As well, we have Adrian Shaw, who leads a lot of our stewardship programs, not with us today, and Marcy Mayer, who does contract work for us on the side and has contributed a number of conservation documents to our local conservation neighborhood efforts throughout East and West Kootenai. So thank them for all of their ongoing and unending efforts. Now, you may wonder why Kootenai Conservation Program is here today bringing a local government forum, or has put this local government forum together. We're very much, we're representative of over 80 organizations, but we're very much a bottom-up driven entity. Kootenai Conservation Program, we are not the doers, we are just the facilitators. We bring people and groups together, we encourage synergy between groups, and we help groups as much as we can deliver their initiatives and their programs. And so being a bottom-up organization, we went through a major strategic planning exercise concluding in 2017, and you have a number of documents on your table, and this is one of them. This is sort of the abridged version of our strategic priorities. And you notice KCP has 4 main strategic priorities, and within goal number 2, which is sort of a stewardship-oriented priority, 2.4 strategic priority, support local governments to incorporate and apply conservation principles into local land use planning. So again, this is our membership telling KCP what their priorities are for achieving the vision and aims of conservation within the Kootenai region. And so it's taken us a while to land this forum. Started with a brief survey done back last July, where we were just trying to get a sense, what was it that we could support local government in bringing conservation into their world. And so based on kind of the direction and feedback from that survey, that then launched the sort of development of this workshop and the themes for this workshop. So again, we thank you for your participation in that survey, and we look forward to your participation today. It's interesting, you know, the conservation community works well in its own world. We're fairly firm-footed there. But when we extend one of those feet into the political realm, we find ourselves a little flat-footed. So we think this is a great opportunity where we can merge both of those worlds, and we can learn from you, and we can help to demonstrate and illustrate, you know, what some of the tools are that have worked in other jurisdictions and other areas that may be of value in your efforts. So again, we thank you for coming to this point today. We look forward to everyone's active engagement in the discussion. And with that, I think Ramona Fost from Real Estate Foundation was just going to say a short word.